I have given it as a title to this short introduction, Infrastructural Support for the Study of Language as Social and Cultural Data. So this is expressing that, first of all, we see language as reflecting phenomena in society and the cultural domain. And I think not many people would question whether the study of these phenomena have the potential for impact in a way, as also said by some of the lecturers yesterday. The mere fact that we study social sciences and humanities is is a value in society. So the study as such has impact, no question. And the responsibility of the infrastructure called CLARIN is to give support to those who study those phenomena by giving access to data and tools. I will give you a short introduction into the way we are organized, then I say, I'll try to distinguish the various ways we think we can generate impact based on the role of open science and the way we comply with that, the role of multilinguality and multidisciplinarity, and a few things about demonstrated impact. So CLARIN is the common language, resources and technology infrastructure. So we focus on giving access, sustainable access to data and tools for scholars in humanities and social sciences and beyond. The data is language data, written, spoken, video, multimodal materials, everything that somehow has a component that you can call language. The tools are advanced in the sense that they help researchers to discover, explore, exploit, annotate, analyze, and combine data sets, irrespective of where they have their basis. We don't generate data ourselves. That's done within national research institutes, national consortia, regional research centers, etc. We just aggregate the metadata of all those tools and data in order to make them findable for everybody who would like to use them. And we do this through a single sign-on environment, and on top of the technical infrastructure, CLARIN also serves as an ecosystem for knowledge sharing. We are 21 countries nowadays with over 40 centers that together form this distributed infrastructure. And in order to become a bit more concrete, I've listed on this slide various types of resources. Language is the overarching concept, but there are many types of language in many types of formats and from various types of contexts, ranging from parliamentary records, social media, to broadcast archives, newspaper archives, historical letters, etc. They're very, very broad, and all these data types can be seen as reflections of facets of culture and society. If you take the perspective of open science, there are two important concepts that we try to comply with, and they are fairness of data and responsible data science. So, as far as the data that we make accessible go, we make them findable, we make them accessible, we make sure that the metadata are interoperable, and as I say we, that is for a large part done within the national consortia that form the CLARIN network. And of course another principle of fair is the reusability of data. We don't make data, we don't generate data within the CLARIN, but we make sure that reusability is supported. And by doing that, we sort of leverage all the investments in data generation that take place in regional or national context. So this is where our potential for impact partly comes from, leveraging national and regional initiatives. Then there's also the attention for responsibility of data science, and that has to do with, of course, quality of the underlying data, but also with the clarity on the performance levels of the analysis tools that we make visible and accessible, and with the transparency of the outcomes of results. And here is a link to multidisciplinarity, which is a very strong part of our agenda and one of the strongest elements in our agenda that deliver potential for impact. I'll come back to that later. Here, a schematic overview of how this harvesting of metadata works in order to make data findable. So in all centers, and you see here in a schematic way, 4 centers at each corner. They all have language data and or language tools, and all described through metadata. And those metadata are harvested in a central place in making, and there is a platform to search the metadata. So findability is a very important thing in the way we have organized the network. But as I said, I also want to say a few things about multilinguality and multidisciplinarity. So first of all, it's maybe good to underline once more that for Europe, multilinguality is key to the understanding of how language affects identity, culture, society at large. It's key to our understanding of diversity across all kinds of boundaries, including time and regions. And therefore, the multilinguality is, in Europe, is a very, very important cornerstone and starting point for comparative studies. But comparative studies come in many flavors. To give a few examples of topics that you could study based on data that is available. There is migration patterns, intellectual history, language variation across period and region, dynamics in mental health conditions. This is where we see a link with disciplinary fields beyond social sciences and humanities. Parliamentary discourse, customer opinions, and the list can be made much longer, of course. If you take these examples, then it's very clear that you can only make progress if you work with multidisciplinary research groups. The data in itself that is available is already immense, but there are, for each research agenda, each of those research teams, many disciplinary angles that you can take. So we see multidisciplinarity as one of the important things to support, and that's why we also think we have a role in organizing not only the technical infrastructure but also the knowledge infrastructure to bring people from various backgrounds together. But there's also other element related to that for which we feel responsibility, also related to impact. So if all those studies result in ideas and concepts that can be taken up by society or within disciplinary domains, it is important that the algorithms applied are transparent, that they are that the results are explainable, and that the studies, or the experiments, are reproducible. In order to take the step from data, or maybe even big data, to conclusions, or big conclusions, and maybe even decisions that affect citizens or people that are
whose behavior or whose conditions are studied in the scholarly fields. In order to ensure the uptake, it's important that there is insight in the validity of the outcomes of analysis, and there is a big need for new frameworks for the integrated processing of multiple data types. And here again, we need to organize the multidisciplinarity. People that are experts in methodology, people that are experts in processing data, and people that can provide the theoretical backgrounds for the phenomena studied. So multidisciplinarity is key for the uptake of data analysis in the realm of social sciences and humanities. I can say a few things about the demonstration of impact. Lots of concerns and nuances and paradoxes in the current frameworks for measuring impact have been mentioned already. So a very important element in our strategy towards being able to demonstrate impact is that we have this knowledge infrastructure. So what we do, in addition to making data and tools accessible, is we organize workshops to stimulate multidisciplinary work. We support nodes of training in our network. We are a network of knowledge centers covering a wide range of topics of expertise, and we function as a platform for communities of use. And if it then has to come to measurement, of course we have a list of measurable KPIs, but they come with all the caveats that have been discussed, so I'm not going into detail here. In addition, we look for involvement in projects with parties from non-scholarly backgrounds like industry. We also look for teaming up with the e-infrastructures and contribute to the EOSC agenda. And then, of course, there's the gray area where we are convinced that there is impact, but where the measurement is difficult. So we also do things that make our researchers a bit more visible. We give out awards and we have videos with testimonies from users. That's all helpful, but I would like to end with one example that demonstrates that with one user you can have the kind of impact that affects all the textbooks in a country. And that's the example of the authorship attribution for the author of the Dutch national anthem. The anthem dates back from the 16th century, and the authorship has always been mentioned in textbooks at schools with a question mark. And a few years ago, people wanted to get rid of the question mark, and they were looking for confirmation from a large digitized collection of text from that period. And they had to search for text from multiple authors in order to do their experiments with some machine learning techniques, etc. And then they discovered that the fingerprint for this text was not at all in line with the fingerprint of the up till then assumed author, but it was somebody else. But in order to confirm that intuition, lots of work started in a multidisciplinary team with literary studies experts, cultural historians, etc. And then in the end they found that this guy, Peter Dating, was most likely the author. This will impact the textbooks on our cultural history. But I think only one user was needed to get access to one of the data sets associated or integrated in the CLARIN infrastructure. So measuring impact based on figures for users may be important, but also very dangerous. But it was nice I think this is again a nice illustration that the narratives about impact may be as important as numerical figures.